Scorpio, listen carefully, because September 1st, 2025 is not just another day. It is the day the universe tests you, blesses you, and rewrites your destiny forever. 5 shocking signs are about to appear in your life, and if you recognize them in time, doors of wealth, love, and divine protection will swing wide open. But if you ignore them, you risk missing the miracle that was meant only for you. This is not a coincidence. You were guided here for a reason. Stay with me until the very end, because what I reveal today could be the single most important message of your life. Scorpio, your breakthrough begins now. Don't just watch, claim your power. Hit that like button, share this with another Scorpio, and make sure you subscribe, because the next message could be the one that changes everything for you. Sign number 1, the sudden breakthrough. After the storm, Scorpio, if there's one truth about your journey, it's this: you were never built for an easy path. Your soul chose transformation, intensity, and rebirth. That's why you've walked through storms that others couldn't even imagine. You've been tested, pushed to the edge, and at times broken down so deeply that you wondered if you would ever rise again. But here is God's urgent message for you. The storm was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. And on September 1st, 2025, the very first sign of destiny will reveal itself in a sudden breakthrough. When everything feels heavy, when life looks stuck, when the pressure seems unbearable, that's when the light will split the sky without warning. This breakthrough will not come gently. It will arrive like a bolt of lightning, shocking yet undeniable. A door you thought was permanently locked may suddenly open. A financial opportunity you never expected might appear out of thin air. A relationship that felt frozen could suddenly spark back to life, or a brand new connection could arrive that shifts everything. You may find yourself saying, "How did this happen so quickly?" That's when you'll know it wasn't you, it wasn't luck, it wasn't coincidence. It was divine timing. God has been working behind the scenes all along, even when you couldn't see it. Every delay, every rejection, every sleepless night, none of it was wasted. You were being sharpened, molded, and tested because, Scorpio, your blessings are too powerful to be handed to you unprepared. But here's where many people fail this sign. When the breakthrough comes, they freeze. They hesitate. They doubt whether they're worthy, whether they're truly ready. And Scorpio, this is where you must remember the truth. If the opportunity arrives on September 1st, it's because God has already decided you are ready. Your challenge will be to silence that inner voice of fear, the one that whispers, "What if this doesn't last?" Or, "What if I fail again?" Instead, you must stand tall and claim the moment. So on this day, pay attention to the sudden shift. It may come as a phone call that changes your financial path, an unexpected message from someone who alters your future, a surprising green light where there was once only a red stop sign. Whatever it looks like, don't dismiss it as random. Don't say, "I'll think about it later." God is urgent in his message. The storm is over. Step into your destiny now. And here's the deeper meaning. This breakthrough isn't just about solving today's problem. It's about showing you that your suffering wasn't meaningless. The pain was the proof of your preparation. The storm was the signal of your strength. Scorpio, when this breakthrough comes, embrace it with open arms. Take the step, make the move, accept the blessing. Because this is not the end of the storm, it's the beginning of your rise. This is your first sign of destiny. A new chapter is waiting, and it starts the moment you say yes. Sign number 2, a dream that feels too real. Scorpio, out of all the zodiac signs, you are the one most deeply connected to the hidden realms. You are ruled by mystery, intensity, and the unseen forces that most people ignore. And that's why the second sign of destiny for September 1st, 2025, will come to you in the most mystical way possible, through a dream that feels too real to dismiss. In the days leading up to this powerful date, pay attention to your sleep, because your soul will not be resting. Instead, it will be traveling, receiving, and decoding divine messages. You may wake up in the middle of the night, your heart racing, not from fear, but from the undeniable feeling that you just saw something important. This will not be an ordinary dream. It won't fade away the moment you open your eyes. Instead, the details will cling to you. You'll remember the colors, the faces, the symbols. You might see yourself walking through a door into a strange yet familiar place. You might meet a person you've never seen before, yet feel like you've known them forever. You might hold a symbol in your hand, a key, a flame, a book, or even a mirror. Scorpio, these are not random images. They are messages coded by God. They are answers to the questions you've been silently carrying in your heart, the ones you've prayed about, doubted, and struggled with in silence. Here's how you'll know it's a destiny dream and not just a trick of the mind. The dream will feel more vivid than reality itself. You'll wake with emotions so strong they stay with you all day. You may even feel that the dream is urging you to act, to pay attention, to prepare. This is your roadmap. This is your divine blueprint. And if you ignore it, Scorpio, you risk wandering in circles, missing the guidance you've been begging for. But if you honor it, if you write it down, sit with it, and reflect on its meaning, you will unlock the next step in your destiny. Don't underestimate this. Some of history's greatest breakthroughs, inventions, and even warnings came through dreams. Joseph in the Bible was guided through dreams. Prophets and visionaries received divine wisdom while asleep. Why? Because when your conscious mind is resting, your soul becomes wide open to the whispers of the divine. Scorpio, your intensity makes you a natural receiver of such visions. So when this dream comes, take it seriously. Treat it as a sacred message. Reflect on the symbols. Ask yourself, what is God showing me? What is the universe trying to confirm? What truth am I finally ready to see? On September 1st, your dream will not just be a dream. It will be a prophecy, a clue, a signpost on your path to destiny. Don't dismiss it. Don't ignore it. Because in that one-night vision, God may give you the exact answer you've been waiting for your entire life. Sign number 3. The person who suddenly appears. Scorpio, of all the signs God will send you on September 1st, this one might shock you the most, because it won't come through the stars, the skies, or even a dream. It will come through a person. Yes, someone is going to appear in your life suddenly, and their presence will feel so unusual, so perfectly timed, that you'll know instantly this was no accident. It could be someone from your past, a friend you lost touch with, a family member you haven't spoken to in years, or even an ex whose reappearance seems almost impossible. Or it could be a stranger, someone you meet while traveling, at a store, waiting in line, or even online. But here's the truth. The encounter will carry a vibration you cannot ignore. You'll feel it in your gut. You'll sense that something about this meeting is bigger than small talk. That's because it is. Scorpio, God often works through people. He sends messengers when you least expect it. And sometimes it's not about the person themselves. It's about the message they carry. A sentence they speak in passing could answer a question you've been agonizing over. An invitation they extend could open a door you never knew existed. A warning they share could save you from making a costly mistake. This is how you'll know it's a divine sign. The timing will be uncanny. You may even find yourself saying, "What are the chances of meeting them right now?" That's the universe's way of saying, This was no coincidence. Pay attention. But here's the test. Will you brush it off as just another random encounter, or will you lean in and listen? Too many people miss their blessings because they treat destiny as small talk. Scorpio, you can't afford to do that on September 1st. This person could confirm what you've already been sensing deep in your soul. They might remind you of your worth, your power, your calling. They might introduce you to someone, extend an opportunity, or drop wisdom that becomes the missing puzzle piece to your destiny. You see, Scorpio, you're not meant to walk this path alone. You may carry the strength of a warrior and the mystery of a prophet, but even you need guides, allies, and messengers along the way. That's why this encounter matters so deeply. And here's the hidden truth. The message they carry may not even be for right now. It may be a seed, something you'll remember weeks or months later at the exact moment you need it. But if you dismiss it, that seed may never take root. So, on or around September 1st, when that person appears, pause, listen carefully. Don't let fear, doubt, or distraction blind you to the fact that God Himself has aligned this meeting for your benefit. This is not just a conversation. This is not just chance. This is destiny walking right up to you and saying, "Are you ready, Scorpio? Your job is simple. Be awake, be aware, and be willing to receive." Because in the words, the presence, or even the timing of this person lies a key that could change everything about your future. Sign number 4, the number that keeps following you. Scorpio, have you ever glanced at the clock at just the right moment and seen 11:11 staring back at you? Have you noticed receipts totaling $22.22, or license plates carrying the same digits that seem to chase you wherever you go? Maybe your own birth date keeps showing up in the most unexpected places. You've probably told yourself it's just coincidence. But let me tell you the truth. On September 1st, 2025, those numbers will not just be coincidences, they will be urgent codes from God. The universe has always spoken to humanity in symbols, and numbers are one of the purest languages of divine communication. They bypass logic and cut straight into your subconscious, reminding you that you are being guided, watched over, and aligned with something greater. For Scorpio, this is especially powerful because you often wrestle with doubt. You wonder if you're truly on the right path, if the risks you've taken are worth it, if your struggles will ever lead somewhere greater. And that's why God uses these numbers as a reassurance, a sign that you're not lost. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Let's break down the codes you may see around September 1st. 111, the sign of new beginnings. When you see 111, it means that a fresh chapter is opening for you. It's as if the universe is saying, Scorpio, reset. Start clean. The past is over, and your next story is ready to be written. 222, the sign of alignment and partnerships. If 222 keeps following you, it's telling you that the right people, opportunities, and partnerships are aligning. Maybe a relationship is being healed, or a new alliance is forming that will carry you into the future. Trust that balance is being restored. 333, the sign of divine support. When 333 appears, it's a reminder that you are not walking alone. The spiritual realm is surrounding you. Your guides, ancestors, and angels are working in the unseen to lift you up. Every step you take is backed by invisible strength. 444, the sign of stability and protection. This number means you are safe. The foundations of your life are being secured. Even if you feel like things are shaky, 444 says, you are shielded, you are guarded, you are stronger than the storm. Now here's the most important part. On September 1st, these numbers won't just show up randomly, they will appear at critical moments. You might see 1111 right before making an important decision. You may spot 222 after a conversation that confirms your instincts. Or you may notice 444 right as you're doubting whether to take the next leap. These aren't coincidences. They're God's way of tapping you on the shoulder, whispering, "Keep going. You are exactly where you need to be." But Scorpio, you must do your part. When these numbers appear, pause, pay attention to what you were thinking about in that exact moment. Were you worrying? Were you questioning? Were you hoping? The number is the answer, the confirmation that your thoughts are being heard. Too many people shrug these signs off, missing the guidance that could have saved them years of struggle. You cannot afford to do that. You're too intuitive, too powerful, too destined for greatness to let God's messages slip past unnoticed. So on September 1st, when these numbers begin to follow you, don't dismiss them. Embrace them. Smile when you see them. Say thank you. And most importantly, trust that the universe is not only guiding you, but actively celebrating you. Because Scorpio, the numbers are not just signs, they are proof. Proof that destiny is unfolding. Proof that your prayers are being answered, and proof that you are exactly on the path you were born to walk. Sign number 5, the unexpected test. Now Scorpio, here is the most urgent and powerful sign of all, the one you must not ignore. On or around September 1st, 2025, something will shift in your world. It won't come with flashing lights, it won't be announced by trumpets, and it may not even look like a blessing at first. Instead, it will appear as a test, a sudden situation that challenges your patience, your courage, and your ability to trust God's timing. This test may arrive as temptation, it may show up as conflict, or it may even come disguised as a difficult decision that forces you to choose between your comfort zone and your higher calling. At first, you might feel confused or even frustrated, asking yourself, "Why now? Why me? Haven't I already been through enough?" But Scorpio, this is not a setback, it is not bad luck, and it is not a punishment. This is the final confirmation from God. He is testing your strength, your loyalty to your path, and your readiness for the blessings that are waiting on the other side. Think about it. Every story of transformation, every hero's journey, every spiritual breakthrough begins with a test. Without it, there is no proof of strength. Without it, there is no unlocking of destiny. And September 1st, 2025, is the moment the universe asks you, "Are you ready?" This test may whisper questions into your spirit. Will you let go of something toxic, even if walking away feels painful? Will you trust the unknown instead of clinging to the familiar? Will you act with courage, even when doubt creeps in and fear tells you to stay small? If you rise to the occasion, Scorpio, the reward will be extraordinary. By passing this test, you prove to God and to yourself that you are no longer tied to old cycles, that you are strong enough to handle what's coming, that you are ready to step into abundance, love, and opportunities that once felt impossible. But here is the warning. If you run from this test, if you ignore it, or if you give in to fear, the cycle will repeat. Life has a way of sending the same lessons again and again until we finally pass them. This is why this moment is so critical. God is not trying to break you. He is not trying to punish you. This is not about loss, it is about initiation. Just like a soldier cannot be promoted without training, and a seed cannot grow without breaking open, your spirit cannot rise without passing through this moment of challenge. When it happens, it may feel heavy. You may question everything. You may even be tempted to quit. But Scorpio, understand this. The greater the test, the greater the blessing that follows. This is God saying, "Prove you are ready for what I'm about to give you." Imagine this. The moment you pass the test, the doors of your destiny swing wide open. Suddenly, the prayers you've whispered late at night, the dreams you've held in silence, and the blessings you thought were far away will rush toward you like a tidal wave. It will feel like everything you've endured, every hardship you've survived, and every tear you've shed has prepared you for this exact season. So Scorpio, do not fear the test. Embrace it. Stand tall in it. Look it in the eye and say, I will not be shaken. I will not quit. I am ready. Because once you prove that, there will be no stopping what's meant for you. Your destiny won't just knock, it will break through the door. And September 1st, 2025 will be remembered as the day you didn't just survive the test. You stepped into the future that was waiting all along. Scorpio, we've reached the end of this powerful message, but the truth is, it's only the beginning for you. September 1st, 2025 is not just another date on the calendar. It is a divine checkpoint, a sacred moment where God's hand is guiding you, shaping you, and preparing you for the blessings that are already written in your destiny. Think back to the signs we uncovered today: the emotional awakening, the divine alignment, the breakthrough opportunity, the spiritual calling, and finally, the unexpected test. These are not coincidences. These are road markers placed directly in your path by God, urging you to pay attention. Each sign is a piece of the puzzle, and together they form a map that leads you straight to your breakthrough. But remember, Scorpio, destiny does not wait forever. When God sends signs, it's not for you to doubt, it's for you to act. If you've been praying for change, if you've been asking for a way out or a way forward, this is it. The universe is saying, the time is now. So, will you be bold enough to follow the signs? Will you trust your intuition instead of fear? Will you take that leap of faith, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed? Because here's the truth, your miracle is closer than you think. But it depends on one thing: your willingness to trust the process and walk through the doors that are opening before you. Scorpio, your destiny is calling. Don't just hear it, answer it. If this message spoke to your soul, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful guidance. And remember, you are chosen, you are guided, and your breakthrough is already on its way.